Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring body parts in this segment. Shen, today's character, and you can see the simplified, traditional, and 2000 years ago script version. Kind of a similar, but the script version probably got a lot more details. And there's some part I still cannot explain today. Okay, so this side view, um, longer line wrapping over a shorter line with the shorter line on the left side. That's a default human figure because we Chinese culture depict human as left side facing. That you are going to see the front side of the body, which is regarded as the shorter side of the body on the left side, and then the back torso, the whole length of your back and the legs, everything is on the left side here. I mean, on the right side here. So on the top is a symbol to mean this is a human body we're talking about. And then we see the rib cage over there. Okay, I guess rib cage is one of the major body parts. And that's kind of this. I'm not sure if it's distinctive because many mammals also have rib cages. But we have the human side on top of that to mean this is the body we're talking about, the human body. And then we have the two legs. And then this upward turning thing is the unexplainable part for me. I have to figure out if we view the rib cage connected to your torso here. So on the top, we just a simplified version of the full human body. But now we have a detailed draw out of how human body will look like. Then this would be connected to the back torso, right? Extension of the back torso. And then you will see this rib cage on there. That's anatomically accurate. And then you have the leg, the other leg. And then what is this? I still couldn't explain. I mean, does it mean the language was created when we were just transformed from monkeys to humans? I have no clue what that sign is. Pretty sure when humans back then, when we were not mentally, like cognitively developed enough to come up with abstract expressions to develop a writing system. Probably it's not. We have lost our tails. I have no clue if we ever had tails either. So I mean that monkey to human transition is also something many unexplainable dark linking points still, right? Okay. In any case, I acknowledge I don't know that part. Expressions 强身健体. We use two adjectives. One is strengthen, and 健 is to stay fit in front of 身 and 体. So oftentimes in contemporary Chinese, we have 身体 paired together to mean our body. And just by itself, 身 we can also mean our body. But it's not as colloquial. Not okay. What I want to express is most of the time when we use language, we are verbally expressing it, and it's not in written form, right? Most of the time we talk to people, we speak. And because Chinese have high overlapping of same sound, different characters, because when we're talking, we don't get to see, we don't have the visual double confirmation of what we're actually talking about. So we have to come up with this almost like a passcode for the listener to decode the message correctly. We pair two similar meaning characters together to formulate, to say something almost like twice without saying exactly the same thing. That way we pin down. And I used to develop this visual as there is like a lockage system, and each sound have multitudes of characters, completely different things. And even the same character may have different sound either, but just same sound, same character may have multitudes of meanings, right? So it's like a spoke of things. and another word vocal things. By linking the two right next to each other, they become context for each other. They're mutually contextual. And therefore, they kind of lock down the meaning. In the case of shen and ti, it's kind of like that. It's saying the same thing without saying using the exact same sound of the characters to say the same thing. So it's using two characters to lock in the meaning. We're talking about human body, and we use shen and ti. And shen is this kind of like a anatomy looking thing, right? Uh, Came from the perception of how human body look like. And qi in this context means form. The way we almost can view it as posture because humans keep moving, right? We don't really stay still frame for too long, right? So form, when we say about form, keep your form, it sounds almost static. But I think posture probably is more accurate depiction of what a tea is about. Is what kind of um, relatively fixed positions you take through space. And shen ti together means our body. And we use qiang shen means you strengthen your skeletal muscular body and also jianti as a result, right? On the appearance, on the outside, you're going to see a fit form or a nice posture to go through space. And that's the two sides of the same thing. Again, so we're talking about the internal, like your bones, your muscles, your circulations. If everything is strengthened, then as a result, you're going to see that. And by seeing that, you know this is a strong person or not. So Chinese put these four together, 强身健体, as a way to say, to get a fit body, you need to strengthen your body, kind of like advocating for strength training to stay fit. Okay. 身手矫健 is another way to say an expression for Chinese to, I guess, appreciate the robustness. And we use 脚 straight as if it's staying straight, but I guess it's tune your nervous and muscle system so good that you're going to do whatever sports you choose to do. 矫健 is like you're going to be fast, you're going to be strong. So 身手矫健, we use body and hand because a lot of sports you play with hand, or even like farm work, right? You can do your business with your hands most likely, right? To act on the external world through your hand. So we use body and hand to symbolize your motion and the motion that have an effect on the world. So it's almost like if you're producing 身手, you can view it as almost not only start from the manual work or labor in manual labor sense, but also intellectual. You can also use 身手 as if it's because we all started from the manual labor age and eventually kind of a knowledge worker become a higher percentage of the population. So even if with mostly intellectual world, even if it was intellectual work, we still use keyboard, right, as an output. We still use our hands as output method. And so 身 and 手 continue to symbolize our output to the world. And the 矫健 is the descriptor to show that it's already robustly trained and functioning with, I guess, agility, flexibility. And so I guess this straight, we use also dentist, the teeth straightener, we use this character. And that means you straighten your teeth in English, right? Funnily, teeth are not straight in one row, right? It's a concave shape on the upper and the lower teeth, but I guess in the sense of straighten means vertically straight. It's not slanting out or inward, right? It's going upside down, each individual teeth. I guess in that sense, that's a straight. But as any sports or professions, probably there is this straight sense of what's the best practice, how you can move through space accurately, efficiently. And so all that boil down to the two character descriptor, 矫健. So here, describing somebody who's very good at something, either it's a sport or work, 身手矫健 means it's almost like not a mastermind, but a master hand, somebody who is well tuned up to do this task. Okay, 身手一处, 身 means the body, 手 means the head. So apparently, this 身 and 手 are two different things. 手 means the head, and 身, that means the body besides the head, everything down here. That's what 身 is. I guess that's why it starts from the rib cage. That's kind of okay. That's what we're talking about here. And we talk here, 身手一处 means body and head found in a different location. So we kind of can depict that imagery as if it's in a suspense novel. some murder happened, and that you find somebody's body and head from different locations. And 身手一处 is a succinct way the Chinese put it in a set phrase to describe the situation, because in why would create an expression for this murder thing almost? Because in Chinese concept, you come in your original package, including we were kind of against cutting our hairs, right? Because you were born with it, so you need to take it with you, so to speak. And same concept, when you go back to Earth, you're supposed to come as a whole piece. Any body parts missing was not advised by the culture, like not culturally encouraged. So when we describe such a horror scene, that if somebody is beheaded, then this is kind of traumatizing for Chinese culture, because I guess from the belief system back then is you come in one piece back, and then you have a better way to recycle back to life with your head on. Otherwise, you're kind of done with this body. So that was the past belief system, and this almost like not only is a homicide thing, but also it's not recommended. If you want to commit suicide, I guess in Chinese context, don't do it to separate any body parts from yourself. Then you'll probably have a better chance in the second life, something like that. Okay, so there we go. That's 身. And here I want to show you, because when we talk about body, right, we're talking about human body. And the first imagery of sort of a perfect human body came from this ballerina. And I got inspired by her because not only she has proved herself in a field that's not normally her associated with people with her background. Like she has nobody in her family dance, actually. It's like an accident. She head into the ballet training world, but then they opened a whole world for her, and she keeps training and eventually find her way to fine tune her body and artistic senses and all that, and became one of the what do you call it? Prima donna, like the principal dancer with American Ballet Theater. And she's iconic among the ballet world. And her body kind of revolutionized what a ballerina's body should look like. Not only skin deep, right? Not just skin color, but what's beneath the skin. The muscles underneath. Because if you look at this body, it's not just skinny, long, the typical ballerina body, but it's an athlete. First thing you see is strength, is power, is the explosiveness from what this body can create. And the body as an instrument to artistically express through dance. Um, then is our vessel, right? A vessel, our spirit, a vessel, our intention to exert to the outside world. And her body, she trailblaze not only to find her own way in a strange world, like a ballet world, which has many body issues, body image issues, but it's highly perfectionist, right? Highly driven, highly competitive, and in many ways not very healthy. Right? If you want to put yourself to the top of the world, of course, you have to went through lots of high pressure situations. She went through that and develop a system to care, to nourish, to grow her body. And I think this is the kind of ideal human body that I want to showcase here when we're talking about word body. All right, thank you for your time. See you another day.